You know, when I walked into this house, the hall of the House, some 30 years ago, I was awestruck at the beauty, the ornateness, the history, and the significance of this, being a member of this Pennsylvania House of Representatives. The first independent legislative body in this nation. It hit me that I had an awesome responsibility to my constituents and to the citizens of Pennsylvania. I never lost sight of that responsibility. I want to thank the residents of my district, the 105th Legislative District, for the opportunity to represent them for the last 3 decades in this Pennsylvania State House of Representatives. This has only been a job for me, but it's been a way of life. I've always deeply cherished the many friendships I made in my district and the support that I received along the way. It has truly been a great honor to serve the people of the community. During my tenure, I've always strived to represent all of my constituents with common sense, compassion, and integrity, and regardless of political affiliation. I've also been fortunate to have been part of great things in the legislature that would not have been possible without the support of members on both sides of the aisle. The most effective governing comes as a result of reaching across party lines and working together to find ways to improve the lives of Pennsylvanians. And throughout my legislative career, I've tried to legislate in a way that would reflect the views of my district. I've done my best to listen, to learn, and understand my constituents' concerns. You know, I was able to get here and stay here for 30 years with the help of so many, many, many people. First and foremost, my family. I wouldn't be here if it were not for them. They were the heart and the soul of my campaigns. This job, as you know, has a tremendous impact on our families. I don't have to tell you what they all go through. My wife, Elaine, has been my inspiration. With me, stride by stride, I am very blessed to have her love and her guidance. I am grateful for the many sacrifices she made throughout. She took the lead in raising our children. She's a dedicated wife, mother, and grandmother, and a great campaigner as well. You know, being a member of this House has been a great accomplishment, but my greatest accomplishment was when I married my wife, Elaine. This November 30th will not only be my last day as a legislator, but also marks our 50th wedding anniversary. Elaine, please stand. Please stand. My children, daughter Kelly and son Wade, endured this political life. We all know the pressures that comes with being the child of a political figure. I thank them for their love, their support, and their understanding. Also my grandchildren, Kama, Elijah, Leah, Elise, Angie, Angel, Grady, and Liberty. My mother and father, I thank you very much. You put your hearts and your souls into my campaigns and instilled the family values that I have strived to achieve. Along with Elaine, you gave me purpose and meaning and have been by my side step by step. My mother Mary passed away 13 years ago, but I still feel her pride, her love, and her passion from above. My father, Sam, Rip, who is still with me at 91, very fortunate to have him, has always had my back and been there for me. He, by the way, has never been shy about offering advice and criticism. That's the Ripper. I can always count on my brothers Sam, Tim, Frank, and Michael for their outstanding help. And as you know, there are many Marsicos in the south central area of Pennsylvania, and that many of which are my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, and I thank all of them for their support, their sacrifices, and their help that they have provided me. Over the years, I've had the opportunity and been very fortunate to have a very terrific campaign team that ran campaigns like no other. Their dedication, their hard work, their sacrifice, and long hours throughout my campaigns were second to none. There are so many to thank. I want to mention some of them now. President Judge Rich Lewis, who was Dauphin County DA at the time, was my honorary campaign chair. David Dowling, campaign chair throughout. Marty Doggle, treasurer throughout. My advisory team, my cousin and godson, Judge Ed Marsico, when he was DA of Dauphin County, Vince Pinizzato, Chad Saylor, John Hanks, Josh Wilson, Ed Marsico Sr., Ray Marsico, Kevin Busher, Dominic DeFrancesco, Dan Mosel, and Loman Henry. The many volunteers that provided the nuts and bolts were the backbone of my 16 elections. They always gave me so much of their time and their effort. I've also been fortunate to always have the endorsement, the support, and the trust of the Republican committee people. Along with the volunteers, they were the grassroots of 16 elections. I want to thank my staff, all of my staff, for their outstanding service and dedication during my years. Without their support and public service, I would not have been able to effectively serve the citizens of my district and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Mary Ellen Rutter, my first district office manager, always held everything together. Catherine Summers, a kind-hearted and committed public servant who does an amazing job with constituent services. Norm Zumas, the supervisor, Pat Harrigan, Vivian Mader, Inga Coulter, Dan Robinson, and Laura Stokes. And to my current Capitol staff, Michelle Moore and Courtney McKeel, and former Capitol staff Lindsay Ewing, Anna Scrigdoli, Kendall Bankard, and my gratitude for your help to me and my constituents. Please stand, staff. Thank you very much. You should be acknowledged for your hard work and your dedication. Michelle, I thank you for your 20 years of loyalty, dedication, hard work, and Courtney for your thoroughness and always keeping me on track. To my former Chief of Staff, Autumn Southard, who is now with the Department of Corrections, thank you for your loyalty and dedication and commitment. You know, I've been fortunate to have the Judiciary staff that are very confident, dedicated, and accomplished Judiciary Committee staff. Executive Director and Chief Counsel, Tom Dimmick. Tom, please stand. Simply the best. Counsel Karen Dalton. Counsel Dalton. I describe her as tough and thorough. Counsel Mike Kane. Counsel Kane. And he certainly is a knowledge gentleman. Counsel Anna Malsine. Anna, thank you. Always prepared. Thanks for a great job. Jen DeRauja is not here. She had to leave, but I always called Jen the gatekeeper down at the Judiciary section of the Capitol. The gatekeeper, Jen DeRauja. Research analyst Mike Fink and research analyst Kelly Zambito, please stand and be recognized, and thank you for your help along the way. And former executive directors, Dana Allwine. Dana is here. Dana. Karen Coates, Ryan Boop is now over working in the Senate, and former staff council attorneys Tammy Fox and Laura Evans, and also administrative support staff, former Linda Householder and Jody Marsico. To the entire judiciary staff, I thank you for your years of service. You have made my job as committee chairman, a very demanding job, a lot easier. Thank you very much. And the many executive directors and research that have given me help and support over the years: Eric Begale in transportation, Rick O'Leary in Veterans Affairs, emergency preparedness, as well as Bruce Hanson and Susan Boyle. Also want to recognize and thank the caucus legal staff: Rod Corey, Jim Mann, Joe Vecchio, Whitney Metzler, and Ashley Grimm. And I can't forget the help and counsel that the Chief of Staff, Tony Aliano, has given me over the years, and parliamentarian, good friend, Clancy Meyer. My public relations coordinators from the beginning: John McCarthy, Jerry Feeser, Chad Saylor, Patty Hippler. Patty is here. Patty, thank you. And then Olive Southard, and then thank you for trying to make me look good. Thank you. So for 12 years, I've had the privilege to chair the House Judiciary Committee, a very busy standing committee. I had the pleasure to work with Democrat chairs Tom Calogero and Joe Petrarca. I want to thank all the members of the committee, both current and former. We've dealt with some very tough, high-profile issues, and many times, as you know, it wasn't easy. I want to thank you for your respect, your work, your ideas, your opinions, and for your civil debate. Through our work together over the years, we have been able to make a positive impact on the lives of Pennsylvanians. It was an honor and privilege to serve as a member, and Dauphin County and Dean of the South Central Caucus, and also Dauphin County delegation. Just want to recognize the Dauphin County delegation and thank you for your help and work. Representative Sue Helm, Representative Tom Mahaffey, Representative Dave Hickadell, Representative Mike Tobash, and also, won't forget Representative Patty Kim. I will miss the camaraderie and the purpose in fighting for the issues that are important to this region. My good friends and roommates, Chairman Mark Keller, the urban cowboy. Chairman Keller, been such a great friend. Then also next to Mark is Cheryl Delosier, member of the committee. She remembers those Delosier moments. Representative Greg Rothman, who I refer to as Mr. Baseball. And former roommates, Glenn Grell, good friend Glenn Grell, and also Marty Gingrich. I look forward to continue the good times with my colleagues in the ICC, John Taylor, Bernie O'Neill, Mark Keller, and previous members Dick Stevenson, Ron Miller, and I can't forget our good friend, Lieutenant Governor Jim Colley. And to my golfing pals, Denny Lay, former members Denny Lay, Roy Reiner, Rod Wilt, Billy Adolph, Jerry Naylor, and current member Brian Ellis, and don't forget this guy to the right of me, James Fata. Where's James? Jimmy? Thanks to Vince DeLiberato, constituent, and his staff, the Legislative Reference Bureau, for the help they've given me over the years. I can't forget my good friend, Senator Jeff Picola, member of this House and the Senate, for his help in my early years in the House. Dave Spizzeri and Lynn Bias in Member Services, Spiz, the ref, will always remember our Monday morning quarterbacking. Lynn, the Packer man. I understand he may be giving up on the Packers because they had 2 losses in the last few weeks. But thanks for always trying to make me look good, and I know that was a chore. My cousin, Lisa Shenfield, who always looked after me. Lisa, thank you. So in conclusion, I just want to say that, back in 1988, this is a tongue-in-cheek thank you to the Harrisburg Patriot News. In 1988, when I first had my first grueling 12-way primary, and then faced a tough rising star Democrat opponent in the general election, the Harrisburg Patriot News and their endorsement of my opponent, and then in their infinite wisdom, said I would be a backbencher. Little did they know how much that motivated me. By the way, I went on to crush that opponent in the general election. So I just want to say, as I leave you, I want to say I owe so much to so many. I hope I haven't missed anyone. But as I leave you, I want to mention a few thoughts. As you move forward, we have a very diverse state. Always search for common ground. Be mindful, be civil, and respectful of each other's views and opinions for the sake of Pennsylvania. I love my job, and with the help of many, hope I have been able to make a difference. And let the record show I did it my way. Thank you. God bless. Best wishes to all of you. I will always cherish our memories and our friendships. Thank you.